One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Aztecs will boot it away to start the game. The Aggies' offense is on the field for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boots, his first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. So the San Diego State Aztecs offense will go to work for the first time. He's been a story all season long, just continues to impress. The question remains, of all the catches he's made, can he reel in the Heisman Trophy, Jesse?
Well, the games are only going to get bigger because of his success in the first half of the year. His team is winning a lot of games. It's about championships, but this guy has an opportunity.
Oh, he's going to go up top. He's got it. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And the Aztecs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Defense going all in to stop the run. Tries again to get it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. His defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. He'll keep it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aztecs!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Utah State, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Got the quick completion. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Trying play action. Sends it downfield. Makes a grab deep. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Barnes. Finds his man. It's Boyd. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
2-9 Philly.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Grabbed over the middle. It's Napier. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's busted. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The Aztecs will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. To the air on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, San Diego State! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Northwestern was able to come away with the win as they have in Evanston so many times before, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Utah State up-tempo. Wants to throw. It's Barnes. Catch in the middle. It's Davis. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Boyd. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He'll set up to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Napier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grab near the marker, it's Bostic. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in, it's Brown. Breaks into the open. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Aztecs getting set on 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to take off. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Logan so far. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team at Maverick Stadium.
All
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completion.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Got it, looking for a first. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Aztecs decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Barnes. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He'll signal for and make the fair catch right around midfield. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the Aztecs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Aztecs line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Rides to back and leaves it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down and 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Final play of the quarter coming. He'll do it himself. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. We've reached the break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. Surging forward on the sneak. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Looking for a man. It's Barnes. Got a man. It's Davis. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. He's going to look for a man on third and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on throws for the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Utah State. Extra point here will tie the game. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Trying to impose their will with the run. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to go up top on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Aztecs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. The pressure was rising. Drama just isolating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so in the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to pass. It's Barnes. Pocket breaking down. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Score is deadlocked, and the clock is winding down. Snap from the gun on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Boyd. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Lets it fly on the move. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Might be calling a hot route. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's what...
Fires one high and deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Timeout call by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Aztecs come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on third. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. A 40-yard game winner.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the...